Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. We're continuing our little Enlisted news development cycle, and it is time to have a look at something which was released about a week ago. This is the huge effect update, which is going to be coming in the major updates alongside the Pacific. Now, a lot of these ideas that you actually see mimic what you see from good old War Thunder. Seems like either the teams have been working together on the Daegor engine or something is going on, because a lot of the effects are kind of getting mirrored. But in Enlisted, they always look a little bit better than War Thunder, just because of how the game itself sets up. So what they're doing is they're adding a bunch of different splinter effects to Enlisted. So it says, a click at your ear and splinters fly from the nearest tree, tons of earth and stones raised by artillery shells exploded around you, and a trail of thick dust follows your tank as it passes by. So they are adding a lot of particle effects, they're adding a lot of new impact effects as well. There'll be new impact effects for various surfaces, new tank and grenade explosion effects, and also dozens of other visual ones which are designed to make it look more detailed and also realistic. They've also decided to improve the effect generation mechanism itself, so therefore you'll be able to see some pretty cool interactions with surfaces in the game itself. The example that they give is a shell hitting a sand dune in Tunisia, and a trench in Berlin will raise particles of the surface on which it exploded, walls of sand or bits of wet mud. So if a grenade goes off in a muddy area, it should throw up a ton of particles of wet mud. Now this might be annoying because it might, screw with your vision and stuff, but generally you're able to turn this stuff off in the graphic settings if that is what you're bothered about. For me, I just want the game to look as nice as it can because it is a beautiful experience. Also, on top of the battle effects being improved, the same effects will be for the flecks of dirt that fly out from under shoes of soldiers running, and even from blood splatters when units are shot. One of the memories I have when it comes to Enlisted was fighting on one of the Berlin maps, and there was an absolute carnage in one of the rooms. Where both teams were just battering into each other over and over again, and I was on the defensive side, and by the end of it, I was sat in the middle of the room after they'd run out of tickets, and I looked around the room, and the whole room was blood red. It was absolutely ridiculous. There was just bodies that sat there and everywhere, and then also, at the same time, there was just blood all over the walls. The color of the walls were like a cyan or light blue color, and they just went to blood red after about 5 or 6 minutes of intense fighting. They're also improving the engine sounds on vehicles. This isn't just their engines, but also their tracks are being improved as well. You'll be able to detect with more precision which vehicles are going to appear from around the corner at any moment, just by listening to the sound of the engine and the clang of the tracks as well. They're adding tens of unique sounds to numerous vehicles in all campaigns. That may not sound like a lot of sounds, but that is a ton of sounds, just to understand that. Also, new sounds will be added step by step, and the first of them will appear in the next big update. So alongside the good old Pacific, we will also get this set up as well. And so there's a ton of really cool visual effects coming in. There's a ton of really cool sounds coming in as well. Hopefully they don't add back that tinnitus effect, because that was incredibly annoying, but we'll have to see going forward. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank Nicholas Richardson, Elove Goat, Pyman675, Winter Scientist, Merciless Reaper, Jerry Prevolt, Megadino King, Orange Tail, Teddy, John Ryman, Universe, Ambrosius McClellan, Daniel Stanton, Moxie, B. Young, Uncle Bean, Sem Arslan, Derek R., Bareen, Lafouche, and Samuel Slick for supporting the channel.